Holy hell, people. I'm telling you what, the struggle is real. This is, I want to say probably like, the 10th take of me trying to get this stinking thing going, so I give up. We're rolling. We're going to go with it. I don't care if I sit here and look like an idiot. We're getting this done. So I figure we'll go over a recap of a trade I took today. And there's a strategy I want to go over. I think would help, if you're a new trader. If you're just starting out, I think it will help you some. It's simple. It's easy to do, and it's not complicated. Which anything I do is not complicated. Make it as easy as you can on yourself. So today, I didn't take no trades yesterday. Market was closed. Futures stopped at 1. The banks, the hedge funds, none of those big boys was trading, so you're better off just staying out. Don't even mess with it. It ain't worth your time. So this morning, the market was selling off, and I was looking for a pullback, a good place to enter a trade. And I entered to the downside. I shorted it. I sold 5 contracts when it pulled back. It started breaking through another zone. I added 5. And then I set 2 buyouts down here. So, if it went down there, it would get me out. I wouldn't have to hit sell or nothing. It does it automatic when you set those orders. And I mean, that's safe because a lot of times it'll shoot down there and shoot right back up. And you can't hit the sell button quick enough. So if you set these orders and it shoots through it, it'll just get you out. But anyways, I was in this trade about 4 to 5 minutes, and hey, a little over 2 grand is what it brought me, and you can't complain about that. This was just one account. This is one of my larger accounts. I trade it a little heavy. My smaller accounts, I trade them. I just shoot for a couple $100 a day. And those, if I can get 200, 250, I'm good, because that's the thing about trading multiple accounts, like on a trade copier. Let's say you have one account and you make 200 bucks. That's still $200. But if you have multiple accounts on a trade copier, if you've got 10 accounts and you make $200 and that's copied on all 10 accounts, then that's $2,000. That's a big difference, and that's what I'm kind of shooting for. I'm looking to have 20 accounts total. That's my goal, and then trade 20 accounts on a trade copier once I'm home full time. It's a lot on your mind, when you got that much money going. But that's what we're here for, to learn and try to get this thing done. I'll go over this trade on the chart. I drew a line right here where I was at in the trade right here. It's off by 25 cents, but I don't think that'll be too much, and I'll kind of explain to you what I was looking for and what made me think that it would drop. You would think that these videos would get easier to make, but like I said, the struggle is real. I mean, one of these days I'll be comfortable with it, and it'll just roll. Like if I'm talking to somebody not on here, about trading, hell, it's natural. You're just talking. I'm giving my opinion, and it's just smooth sailing. I get on here, and it goes all to hell. But it'll get better in time, I hope. So let's get into this trade. Like I said, the market opened right here at 9:30. It bounced up to this dotted line, which is VWAP. That is an indicator I use. It's a volume weighted average price. It couldn't get through it, and it failed. which I missed all this. That would have been a good trade to take. But I mean, I wasn't watching it at the time, and I missed it. So where I caught it was all the way down here, which I know to some people is like, that's kind of risky because it had already dropped. It went from 263, well, to 150, 100 points. It done dropped 100 points. So when this thing started dropping, and when I seen it, it had already broke this low, and I missed my entry. So I got to looking for another entry. I thought it either might bounce back or it would fail and keep on going. So I went to a larger time frame. Right now I'm on a 1 minute. Let's go to a 5 minute time frame, and I'll show you why I thought it would drop even further. You change the times on this thing and it screws your chart up. You get all lost. Hell far, I don't even know where I'm at. Let's see. So the market opened right here this morning. Okay. So the market opened, it went to VWAP, and then it started failing. So you always want to look to your left or look to the past to see if there's resistance or support. So when I scroll this screen, tighten it up a little bit, I look to my left. I see right here, let me blow this up a little bit, that's still kind of small. It's hard to see. I look to my left, and I see right here, we'll see about right there. So right about 163. I'm pointing the screen like y'all can see it. So right around 163, you look to your left. So right here is support. It come down to 163, 164, right in the area, and it bounced. It went back up. Right here it come to it. It bounced, went back up. Right here, same deal. Come to it. Right here it come to it. So that is a pretty good support level. So my train of thought was, let's go back over here to today. If it come to that level right here and it bounced back up, more than likely it was going to go up. But if it failed it, I was confident that it would go on down. So I went to look where the next place of support would be. So look to the left. And right here is the first place that would stop it, at the bottom of this candle right here, the wick. And that is about 127. That is, a good place for support again. So let me go back to the 1 minute for the entry. Jeez Louise, it makes this thing so stinking hard. And right here it is. So it come down. And that 164 area right in here. So it broke through it and it bounced back up to it and started failing. You can't see what I'm pointing at, but it started failing right here. So that is where I got into the downside. And when it come down here and broke this candle, I added to my position. And like I said, I was shooting for 143. 143 was right here. I was out of the trade, done for the day. And like I said, where we looked to the left and we seen the other area, that was 127, was right in here, and it actually went to 119. I could have tried to risk it and shot for that 127 area, but 13 points is all you need. I mean, if you get greedy, it's going to end up costing you. The best thing you can do is, 10 points on the NASDAQ is easy got. So just play it safe. If you trade one contract, I mean, that's $200, 10 points. And when I got done with that trade, I was done for the day. That was it. The inner demon wasn't trying to come out and play because I had stuff I needed to get done, so I just quit. I walked away. I'd like to have traded my other accounts, but I would have just given some of that money back probably, because when you get a good trade, it messes with your head. You get overconfident, cocky, and that's when things start going bad. And that, again, I mean, that's why I make these videos, just kind of hold myself accountable. That there's a strategy that I was wanting to go over. If you're new to trading, and I found that it works best on, I mean, it works with anything really, I guess, but like the NASDAQ or the S&P, it works because they're so liquid. I mean, they move so much. It's a good solid base to start at. So let me clear this chart, make it a little easier. I'll get rid of these pivot points, clean it up a little bit. So, and that VWAP's a good indicator. I'll go over the indicators in a minute. So, if you're new, you do not want to trade the market the first 15 minutes of the day. Maybe even the first 30. You need to stay out, let all the craziness take place, and let it find a trend. And that's where you need to play it. So I know the futures trade, they trade all night, but the main market opens at 9:30 in the morning. That's when the madness takes place. Market goes just ape shit, and I mean, it's easy to get you. So what you want to do is look at a 15-minute chart, and you can sorry, you can change it to whatever, but go to a 15-minute chart. Anyway, we'll go back to today. I don't know why this thing moves so stinking much when you change time. So today at 9:30, we'll go today at 9:30, 10:30, 9:30, right there. I need to quit pointing, y'all can't see. Good God. So you want to let that first 15-minute candle get made, and you want to draw you a line at the very top of it. Go right here. I mean, all the way up to the wick. Draw you a line, and you want to draw you a line all the way at the bottom of it, right at the very tip, both sides. Now, once you draw these lines, you can leave the 15-minute chart. You can go back to whatever you prefer, 5, 3, 2, 1. I usually trade the 1 or the 2. If the market is moving real fast, I like the 1. If it's kind of a little steadier, I like the 2-minute chart. It takes out some of the noise, and it ain't as crazy looking. So we'll go back to the 1 minute. Holy smokes, I gotta scroll all the way back here again. Let's find where he's at, right here. Okay, so market open. All these candles, they just represent that one candle. When you was on the 15-minute chart, now you're on the 1-minute chart, so these 15 1-minute candles. But anyways, once it made the 15-minute candle, you drew your line on the bottom and drew your line on top. Now you just need to quit. Once you draw them lines, sit back, watch it, and wait. If if it's boring and not exciting, then you're probably doing it right. If you get in here and you're excited, nervous, trading 25 times, then you're doing it wrong. It's supposed to be boring, because patience is the main thing. You need to wait. Don't get on here and hunt a trade. You don't need to get on here and just constantly look. Let it come to you. You need to find a setup that works for you. I mean, even if it's just one. If you just one setup, a trend line break, let it come to you and just wait. I mean, I know it's hard. Believe me, in the beginning, hell, I was all over the place. I was trading about every 5 seconds. But it cost me, and I learned the hard way. And I mean, that's why I'm saying let it come to you. So on this 15-minute strategy, once you make the 2 lines off the 15-minute candle and you come back to a lower time frame, you want to wait and let it hit break one side or the other. So if it was to break to the upside, then we would, look for a trade to the upside. But see, it come down and it broke through this. Sorry, if I'd have been watching this, that would definitely have been a play that I would have played. But I mean, I called it way down here. I mean, you see how far it come. That and don't get greedy. I mean, greed will humble you in the market. It's already against you. Don't make it no harder than it has to be. Just shoot for 10 points. If you trade the NASDAQ, 10 points ain't nothing. I mean, it moves 100 points a day. 10 points is safe, I think. It's just easy to obtain, and it's not a high goal. So, I mean, I hope that might help somebody. The indicators that I use is just the VWAP. I use these volume bars down here. That just tells me, orders coming, going. And I use pivot points. And the pivot points is these orange gold looking lines. And they're based off of previous day high and lows. And they're automatically calculated in, and it puts them on the chart for you. But what I have noticed is with the NASDAQ, they're like magnets. I mean, there's not one indicator that's a guarantee, but they're pretty accurate. But again, I figured I'd get on here and make a short video. I appreciate y'all for watching, and hey, just hang with me. We'll get this going a little better, and maybe I'll get comfortable doing this mess and not so, I don't know, funny about it. But I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.